the meaning behind the name? Is there a meaning behind the name?
The meaning behind Crownhouse's name, Tom?
The meaning behind Crownhouse's name. Basically, an old member called Robbie, he was walking through London, and he's a big fan of the band called Whitechapel, who are like a metalcore band, but because we used to be a heavier band before we changed the lineup and everything. And we thought it'd be really cool to kind of rip that off and call ourselves Crownhouse, because he saw it in like a window or a street name, I think it was. So it's just a street name in London. I don't know where.
Crownhouse Street.
Or something.
Something
Look
like
at
that.
Crownhouse Avenue. I can't remember. I don't know. It was something like that, and we thought it sounded cool. So
Yeah, pretty much.
that's it.
What are your earliest memories of being exposed to music like?
My earliest memory of being exposed to music was my parents have always been incredibly musical, so we didn't have a TV, so I was like 5. So I grew up listening to Nirvana, Foo Fighters, Cramps, The Fall, all those sort of bands, like really weird bands. But my first memories of actual playing music is probably Guitar Hero. Got that on the Wii when I was like 9, and that's what got me into playing music. Really.
It's kind of similar with me. Like with my dad, he always had Zeppelin, Rush, Queen, like classics like that. And then growing up, like I moved out of like my house and I lived with my sister for a bit. And she was just going through her like slightly edgy phase at the time. My Chemical Romance, Paramore, Muse.
She's going to see this and kill you.
And I used to just like, I remember the first time I heard, I think it was Rage Against the Machine. And I listened to it and I was like, that was the worst band I've ever heard in my entire life. And then obviously later on, got into them. So like most of my music taste I stole off my sister.
Same as me. I'm the oldest sibling, so I had to kind of discover it by myself. But I only got into bands like in our genre because I liked their album covers. I went to HMV and bought American Idiot and Three Cheers Sweet Revenge by my pen. Got a 2 for £12 deal, and that's how I got into this genre of music, because I thought their album covers were cool.
I think that's how a lot of people get into the style of music. They just like go into a thing with 10 quid and be like, hey, that looks really cool.
Visuals.
Yeah, that's what I did with Meg Deep's album. Yeah, decent.
Sweet.
How did you guys come together to form the band?
I wasn't in the original
Yeah,
band.
neither. Tom's the only original member.
I was the original member.
Well, originally, like way back when, I met Archie in a field.
Yeah, that's true.
With a mutual friend of ours, and then we started writing music in the summer of 2015.
Something like that. And like
Summer 20. This is before we started college. It's the summer before we started college, and then we kind of had our own thing going on, but it wasn't really going anywhere. So I think it was on a bus home from Brighton, because it was Freya's party on the beach.
Yeah, because
It was Freya's party, and we had a fire, and it went completely out of hand.
No,
And
it
so-
went out of hand because I was allowed to tend to the fire.
That was basically it. And on the way back, we were like, we should start a band. And it was, at the time, it was 5 of us. And I sang and played guitar. And we had another vocalist and then a drummer and a bassist, who have all gone now. And it's just me.
it's weird because I joined the band as the guitarist and I took over from guitar.
Yeah.
And then we played, and that was when we were a lot heavier. And then
Played one show as a guitar.
I played one show as a guitarist. And then
Didn't you just fall over?
I did. I have footage. I like full on stacked playing guitar. And then basically the bassist of the band had to leave to go to uni, and then the drummer of the band also had to leave because of some personal issues and things like that.
So we just...
I'm actually a drummer. Like I originally played drums, so I was like, oh, I'll play drums. So I went on drums, and then
just switched around.
Robbie the vocalist picked up a guitar, because he's obviously a guitarist as
He's a
well.
way better guitarist.
And from there, it kind of forced us to change our style, so we kind of went to this style, whatever we are now.
So how we came together was because we booked studio time, and we were like, we need to use the studio time, and that's how we wrote. We wrote the whole EP in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, like me and Tom for this EP for 3am. I think one of the songs we're going to play in a minute, if you're wondering, on Peter. We wrote that on Christmas Eve.
No, it was 3 a.m. We wrote.
3 a.m.
We wrote it in 20 minutes on Christmas Eve.
Because we booked him for studio, and it was costing us a lot. It was like nearly $1,000.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, we need 5 songs if we're going into the studio. So, and we were going in on like the 5th of January or something.
So we're
and
like,
like
shit.
Christmas Eve, we were like, we should probably do something.
Because I think I joined the band, it was literally
2 weeks before.
Yeah, 2 weeks before, and then I got a call on like the 30th of December being like, hey, we booked the studio, we booked the studio tonight, come down. I was like, our council plans. And then you guys showed me all the songs and I had to force to learn.
Ventured off the questions.
Yeah.
Actually, it kind of leads into the next
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Knew it.
What was the notion or message behind your EP?
We're young and angsty.
3 a.m.
Basically, I came up with the concept before we actually wrote the song 3 a.m. I think it was always going to be called 3 a.m. because all the songs, lyrically at least, are all about kind of the stuff you think. You know when you're awake, like really late at night, and it's stupid o'clock in the morning, and you start thinking about really random, like, stuff you don't usually think about during the day, so sometimes
Like the stuff that keeps you up at night.
yeah, edgy.
It's a good thing I didn't write the album because it'd all be like if penguins have knees on them.
Yeah. Exactly.
What the cat's doing.
Basically, it's
on
about
Turn
kind
up.
of, teen angst,
Angst, depression.
heartache,
Yeah.
all the lovely stuff that
Lovely subjects.
people, as you're growing up, you don't really know how to deal with straight away. You can't learn it as you go along.
A lot of people learn it through music and how to deal with it through
Exactly.
people's music and things like that.
Yeah. Again, that's way off the question.
Yeah.
Anyway.
What song did you guys like writing the most?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, just because as a bassist, I don't get a lot to do in these sort of bands. So having the verse being
Bass
entirely bass riffs is beautiful.
So actually, funny enough, I don't know. We kind of wrote back when we were still
Yeah.
like the heavier band, when we were still a heavier band, and the original drummer and the original bassist, like Tom gave me some chords, and then I was just like playing about with it, and we came up with I don't know.
Yeah, I came up with the lead. Yeah, it just came together so organically. My personal favourite, recorded as it came out, was if you want to hear it.
Yeah, if
Just
you wanna-
because we were just like, because I remember when we wrote that song, like
that was the song that we jammed in the car. Like it was the worst demo ever that we had just done. It was like this really bad electronic drum kit. It wasn't even MIDI drums. And like we burnt it onto a CD just so we could play it in my car.
we used to snare mic the vocals.
Yeah, we used the snare mic for the vocals.
And it was
like,
terrible.
Everything was just awful.
But I remember that song, we were like, yeah, that's a good song.
You've also played quite a few gigs in various venues. Where's been your favourite place to perform, and what do you enjoy most about live performances?
We were actually like discussing this question like 2 days ago. I was saying that my favourite show would probably be, we played a show at the last ASC Central Sussex show, and it was so good. Like it wasn't like the biggest crowd in the world, but there was enough people to make it huge and feel huge, and that everyone was up for a good time.
I had like a walk. Like I had like a proper podium, and it was amazing. It was like our college was closing down, so everyone just didn't care, so it just went off.
Lots of people got drunk without
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I wasn't going to mention that. But
Actually, I enjoyed. We played a show at Bar 42. Like the first time we played,
the
and it was
first
just
show I
so
played,
funny because all the other bands were like really heavy, and we were like the lightest band there.
Yeah.
I had like a great time playing drums, and like
it was.
a couple of my friends came
We
down.
literally finished. No, we hadn't finished.
And it
EP.
snowed.
It was in the middle of
Yeah,
the EP.
it had snowed, and it snowed all the way down. Like driving down to Bar
It was
42,
terrible.
it was like the worst weather.
We
It
thought
had
we
to
were
be
going to
20
die. We thought we were
all
going
the
to
way
die.
down.
You guys drove, and I ended up walking 20 minutes in the snow with no phone, no nothing.
Yeah.
I got there, and we were like, shit, we're late. We're like half an hour late. We get there, and then I was like, the rest of the band turned up and go, no, you're the first. I'm like,
Right, just stuck in the snow, and then eventually got to the show, and like nobody turned up because it had snowed.
But
So
it
we'd
was
played to
quite
like nobody, but it was a fun show to play.
I remember the floor was empty and it was a tiny venue, and we covered song 2, and I just got in the middle of the floor and just screamed for about 2 minutes, and it was fun. Anyway,
Yeah.
I think that's
Who are your biggest influences?
Biggest influence.
I know yours.
oh man, I got so ready.
Can I do his? Is it Nirvana, Foo Fighters?
I was going to say just Nirvana.
Nirvana and Foo Fighters.
Nah, we got 2 right. There's like Nirvana, you got Nirvana, Foo Fighters. You got the full. His writing style is just fucking weird. It's so individual. You've got the Pixies. Kim, Pixies.
I'll pick the Pixies.
The Pixies. Her style.
Should we just limit it to 3 each?
Yeah, it's just the 3 each.
Oh yeah, sorry. Okay, carry on. I guess that's my 3.
For me, so Muse was like my biggest growing up band. Muse was just like, I wanted to be Matt Bellamy. I wanted to be Dom, the drummer. I wanted to be all three of them at once. Like, the reason I picked up instruments as well, like, it's why I started playing drums. So Muse, in a big way, that's probably like one of my main influences. And then a second influence is probably Beartooth. When we were working on this record, especially, I was listening to a lot of Beartooth. It kind of shows on the drums as well. Yeah. And then the third, probably Architects. But we don't really play like Architects.
Yeah, but they're just
still a huge influence of mine. So
I'm just gonna go with like all-time favorite is My Cam, because they're just
yeah,
I just love them. They're amazing, and they're like the contrast of like their lyrics and how they tell stories is awesome. I'm gonna go left. I'm gonna go Smiths.
Oh,
Smiths are awesome.
That's a good shout.
Just because of how it kind of translates well into our music is how pop and like happy their melodies sound, but how absolutely depressing
their lyrics.
lyrical content is.
Like Pumps Out Kicks by Foster the
Yeah, that's awesome.
Happy song.
That's and Hey Ya. Yeah.
School shootings.
Okay. I'm trying to think of a good third one because there's so many. Probably just because musicality, Paramore.
Yeah, Paramore.
Paramore.
Hayley Williams.
Hayley Williams. It's one of my all-time favourite vocalists, and their music. A lot of their like, especially
I think one of the big influences for the whole band is probably it's a local band called These Thousand Hills.
Oh my god, I hate you all.
which is we don't talk about.
Yeah.
Okay, that's that question.
What does music mean to you?
Like,
Literally everything. Like, I'm never without a pair of headphones. I'm never more than like an hour without
Just
music.
annoying while I'm trying to talk to you.
Oh yeah, if you're trying to talk to me, I always have one headphone in and I always half listening.
I gave up all my college work and went into a music course, and I've just been doing that for the last couple of years. So.
It's true, but that's trying not to sound too cliche. But yeah,
Just say everything.
It was a good escape. Music's a good escape.
It's a good escape.
It doesn't matter what's going on, you can always go to music.
yeah, it's the only thing that I've actually stuck with.
Yeah,
everything else I've kind of been like.
I tried sport, I wasn't very good at it. So
I got punched in the face with it.
I always put my back playing. Sports isn't good for music. Really.
I used to play cello as well.
yeah.
God, I think about that.
If musical instruments or equipment were eradicated, would you still make music, and how?
You clearly haven't heard me and I just sing.
Yeah, probably.
If there were no music
And then you would just make.
I'm a drummer, so you can just hit anything. It's fine.
I don't know.
I just use my knees.
To be fair, if you listen to skiffle music, isn't it? Like, there's
Yeah,
just music out of
skiffle.
anything they can find.
Yeah, no, it was
Cigar box.
Yeah, cigar box,
guitars,
C16.
things like that.
Oh yeah.
But it was a fake.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we would.
Yeah, we would. We would.
We would.
Yeah. What's your next step to progress musically?
Get good.
Right, music.
Yeah, no. So we're kind of planning on something for around October time.
Yeah,
Maybe New Year. Hopefully, we've got like a load of songs demos from the last EP that we didn't put on, and then like a couple of them we're still working on, and we're kind of writing some new songs as well. And then whatever song we like the most, we're going to go into a studio and record it as a single, and probably hopefully do a music video for it as well.
You know, I'm just trying to get out there a bit more, play with, and hopefully venturing in some more left field places like London and Southampton, and starting to
Got some London stuff in the pipeline.
maybe venturing up north. Who knows? We just want to get out to as many people as possible. That's it.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to other people at our age who want to pursue a career in the music industry?
Stick at it. Just stick at it.
Like the amount of crap we've gone through. And we've only been around.
Try and
for
be
like a
individual.
year.
Don't try and like copy other sounds. Like obviously you can take influences, but like don't try and be. Say you want to be Ed Sheeran. Don't try and write songs like Ed Sheeran. Like try and do it yourself, and like have your own voice.
Or
Essentially.
see the way that he will do a technique and then try and put your own spin or something like that. Like, as long as you're doing something you love, it just flows through you.
Yeah.
It will just come out if you're doing a style with style you love, with people you love, in a band that you love.
As long as it's sincere, I think, then anything you do.
Don't
is
always
alright.
like if it feels forced. If it feels like you're being forced to do it, then
Like if we don't make a song within like 2 sessions, we ditch it because it's like we're not going to force it. If it doesn't come naturally, then we're not going to actually pursue it.
What are your all-time favourite albums?
That's a question.
Three each.
This is going to be really hard.
Yeah. One by One Foo Fighters.
That's a good album. That's a very good album.
I'm going to have to go really obvious and go Nevermind.
Yeah, fair enough.
At the minute, I'm loving Pioneering the Good Life by The Moon. That is my all-time favourite song. Every song in there means like something to me. Every song in that album is just either makes me cry, happy, or just think of good times. That's everything.
You gonna go next? Or do you want to
Yeah, I'm just trying to think, like, there's so many albums, so I don't want to, like,
go?
probably be annoyed with myself because I'll say something like, I'll be like, oh, should have said that. But Absolution by Muse, Absolution was an amazing album. I used to lock myself in my room and just play that from, start to finish, and then, like, try and play drums to it, but really badly. So Absolution by Muse, that was an amazing album. And then, kind of like later on as I got into heavier stuff, probably Lost Forever, Lost Together by Architects. All Our Gods Have Abandoned Us by Architects, and then the latest one. That's really good. There's some like really heartfelt stuff. Momentum was my favourite. Really good. I've actually booked in to get a Lost Forever, Lost Together tattoo tomorrow, just there.
Oh yeah, tomorrow, isn't it?
Tomorrow. And then for my third one, it might be like Common Courtesy or Homesick, but I don't remember.
That's a damn good.
Right. They're properly good albums.
I'm gonna go all time. Oh, can't go all time favorite. I'm gonna do two of my favorites then, like current.
Yeah,
so
current
like,
favourite.
current favorite would be. I'm really loving the new. Paramore record that I know you hate, but I love it because it's like, again, it's so poppy and so miserable at the same time.
Yeah.
3 Cheers, Sweet Revenge,
Classic.
and it's gonna have to be what other album can I like to say? Actually, Deja and Thunder.
Oh my god, yeah, what a shout.
Deja and Thunder by Brand New. That is such a good album. I'm surprised you
Anything,
didn't say
yeah,
that.
actually, to be fair, anything by Brand New, check them out. It's sick.
Yes, brand new.
I'm booking my,
You will know.
I'm designing my next tattoo around all those things.
Okay. What you kind of answered it, I guess. What was your favourite song from your childhood?
Favorite song from your childhood?
From childhood.
I'm actually going to steal kind of like what he said earlier, but from my childhood, my favourite song is This Charming Man by the Smiths.
That is a good song.
Like, my dad used to play that a lot. That was an absolute banger of a song. Still is.
For me, it'd be like Black Dog. Exactly.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I would have said,
Or
No.
Queen, any Queen
Oh yeah,
song.
any Queen song.
Any Queen song.
Bohemian Rhapsody. Just because Wayne's World.
I would have gone Number of the Beast. Iron Maiden. That song is
I would
incredible.
have gone Trooper if I was going to have
That's too classic.
That's the one that's like, it's so operatic but just so hardcore at the same
Fair
time.
enough. Alright.
What was the first album you bought?
One by One, Foo Fighters.
With my own money.
Well, you said yours.
Yeah, I did a 2 for £12 deal, American Idiot and 3 Cheers, Sweet Revenge. But I gave the money to
Actually,
someone
mine's
else.
so embarrassing.
Oh wait, are we talking about like first albums we ever
The
listened
first
to, or
album
like
I
first
ever
albums you
bought.
bought? Oh, bought. Yeah, One by One, Foo Fighters.
Is it
Bangarang by Skrillex.
What a
I think that was probably like the first album I bought.
everyone listens to that?
That's a banger. That's such a good song.
I just remember like,
Yeah.
this guy used to illegally download everything else.
He's wow, killing us.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's that or Muse album for like Absolution I got very early.
Way to put it back. Way to put it back.
Yeah.
So, okay.
What song is your guilty pleasure?
Guilty pleasure song.
Oh, Never Getting Back Together. Taylor Swift. Love that song. Or any just Taylor Swift or Katy Perry song. But I don't really have a guilty pleasure. I just love them because
See, I'm of the mind that if you love a song, it can't be a guilty pleasure. But if I had to say, it would have to be anything by Ollie Murs. I love Ollie Murs. He's so good.
Really?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
The song.
So you have that?
The song he did. I've never got my chance on stage. The song he did with Rizzlecooks.
I don't know that song.
My guilty pleasure song, it's probably Stitches by Shawn Mendes.
That's a good song.
That's actually.
I actually love Shawn Mendes.
What's the new one?
It was Stitches, then there was Treat You Better, which was an
right.
absolute banger
That
as well.
was-
But he released one last month, I forgot what it's called.
was
Something Holding Me Back.
think so. I can't remember.
Yeah, that's Shawn Mendes, definitely a guilty pleasure.
Yes.
What's the weirdest thing that's happened to you guys as a band?
The weirdest.
Trying to do vocal takes for the first record, getting very drunk.
That was hilarious. That was still a video
Decided
of
to go
that.
for a walk. And,
I'll give you a video.
Very
for
dark.
that,
So
so.
I came back and I was like, I'm going to do a vocal take. Slightly drunk. And it was like the highest note I think I've ever hit. Just held it.
And then we threw Snickers at you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with that time. We kind of as a band, but like it wasn't to do with like music. It was when we went to the Beacon just after you passed your test. It was me and Robbie, and that was those guys, and there was wife beaters in that truck. They were like, "Boys, come over here."
Yeah.
And we were just like,
That was so
"We're
weird.
alright." And they're like, "No, come over
They
here."
were 100% doggers.
No,
It was
they're
like,
just
hey,
like-
how you doing? We're like,
we were just like, they're like, "Come over here. We've got something to show you." And we're just like,
we're going to go out.
And they had like a little pit bull. That was terrible.
We'll name the next album 100% Doggers.
Pit bull doggers.
Nothing worse happened to me in this band, I'm gonna be real.
You did watch me almost take a shower earlier.
Yeah, that was weird. He walked out the shower and just went, I'm gonna put some underwear on, you can have a pee if you want. I'm like, just gonna...
Yeah, we did do that.
That's not even weird with you, that's just a regular thing. You just walk around your house in a
Yeah,
towel.
I just went in and just.
We were jamming, you just walk in a towel.
We do some weird stuff occasionally.
Like, actually, no. I think the weirdest thing we've ever done was when we were demoing, and we all just decided to start. Well, I think I took my gloves off and sat in the face.
Was I
When
asleep?
in the dark.
I don't remember this.
I think
Yeah, no, I do. Yeah, because it was me, you and Robbie on Archie's bed, just like having like a little wrestle, and you took your trousers off, and me and Robbie were just like, okay, no.
Yeah, I think that's the weirdest thing we've ever done. Anyway.
Yeah.
What venue do you aspire to play at level?
Well, it's fine to play at Greystone Academy.
Really? I was what like dream? Are we talking like dream venues ever?
I saw Architects at Greystone and it was just amazing.
Main stage at Reading.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, main stage at Reading.
Main stage.
Or
Nah, not
Glastonbury.
Glastonbury.
Or Download.
Or
obviously.
Download.
my dream is to walk out to either Glastonbury or Download and scream, hello.
I promised a
that's
friend.
I've always wanted to play Reading.
I promised a friend if we ever play main stage at Reading, she can hit me in the face with a frying pan. So.
Reading.
So if if you put us like it literally has to be 5 minutes and then she can hit me in the face with a frying pan.
Which we get to film.
Yeah.
It can just
You
be
can
him.
you can come and film it as well. If you want.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Who would you love to go on tour or collab with?
Shit. I'd love to collab with Sandcastle from Architects.
That's it.
Oh, I'd love to have him.
Go on tour.
Go on tour. I'd love to go with Beartooth. Like Dream
We
Tour
wouldn't be able
lineup.
to. We wouldn't be able to. Or we could,
Dream
go
Tour
for it.
lineup would probably be like Beartooth Architects. Just because.
It's us.
Yeah, us, like the lightest band, and then like we'd probably have like another light band. Boston Manor. I'd love to go on tour with Boston Manor.
Well, at the moment, I'd love to go on tour with
Wasteland would be sick.
Wasteland, Netty. Who I'd love.
Basically any band. We'd love to go on tour.
We'd love to go. We'd love to go on like a big, like big
Any tour.
Any tour.
Any tour.
But like dream tour would definitely be like just because I'd love to watch them every night. Foo Fighters.
Yeah, I was gonna say either Foo Fighters or the Queens of Stone Age.
Nah, not a massive fan of Queens of Stone Age. Oh, they're good.
Your
Very
opinion's
good.
wrong. Okay.
I'd rather go on tour with them Quickly Vultures instead of
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely Josh Homme, Jocko Jones.
just because I get to hang out with all of those guys every day.
Yeah, I haven't done anything since 2009. So yeah.
That's it.
Sweet.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.